All right, here we go. This is, I don't know what this video is, but I'm just showing you how I make all these, we're doing CBS in the second half. And the thing about CBS is throughout the 90s, they would just randomly change colors. This is the 1995 Daytona 500. And here's the starting grid in the Daytona 500. And then it's all of a sudden purple here. So I'm kind of doing a mishmash of things. We're not using this one. This I just grabbed. We're using this one. I like this one. And we just have to have a classy. We're probably not going to do the dark shading around the edges there. Inside the blue and the red. I don't think those were. I think that's just the bad quality of the video. This will be our race analysis. This will be like the race title. This was just maybe for some inspiration. The big thing here is the Die Hard 500. I'm not going to go track down or even make race logos for every race, so we'll just we'll throw a NASCAR Racing 2 logo in there. Plus, you see the CBS logo here in this one. It's like off. And yeah, that gives like a rugged quality to how they kind of had to mishmash these graphics onto the screens back in the day, but this one just looks classier. But that's going to be our starting grid for the most part, and then later on this video, we'll do two things. We'll fly through this. I won't go through the whole process, just show you basic stuff, and then we're going to AI art generate some of our drivers that we need, and we have to come up with a Janet Reno replacement. We're going to get rid of her. We're going to make a new Andre picture. Steve Boobs needs a picture. Claudette, she's part of the whole scene now. She's not racing. She's not going to be a driver, but because I'm not faking a woman's voice. So this race analysis, I grabbed this just as a base, but we're not using that purple. This is a good driver, bug or whatever. That's another example of that. Now here's the running orders, and we'll talk about running orders because I changed I found a setting in DOSBox. I found a line there called mem size, and I was reading the documentation on that, and long story short, it was 16 megabytes, and I changed it to 512. And then I went in the game and ran like 15 laps at Indianapolis. I still have to tune in Indianapolis, and I was killing two birds with one stone there because I wanted to tune in Indianapolis and check to see if that mem size thing fixed our replay limitations. And so far, it saves at least 15 minutes now with that mem size change. Given the drastic change I made, it might save the entire replay. So we might start getting field summaries and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I grabbed that just for that in case I need it. It's just like an arduous thing to put these caution bugs and stuff up, but I grabbed it anyway. This was, again, purple. I don't know why they would just throw purple in there. Like, I get if rookies were always purple, but no. And here's the commercial running order. And that looks good. We'll basically put this up at the top where that is instead of that. But I don't like again, they just mishmash these throughout the years. I don't like that. I don't like those blue jagged lines there behind it. So what I did was go to the 1999 Daytona 500, and we're going to try to mimic the car, like the picture, like the driver picture stuff, but with these fonts and stuff. And then here's the 1998 Daytona 500 where they would show the top 12 going to commercial. And for some reason, they just went like beach aesthetic for this one season because they went from blue and red stuff to this and then to this to end the 2000s, which I was going to do these or end the 90s. I was going to do this these graphics, but we're using just a nod to Ken Squire. We're using like the early 90s CBS music, so I'm trying to do early to mid 90s graphics, but in the upcoming season, we'll do the CBS. We'll do that late 90s CBS. So anyway, we'll just get down to it. What I have to do first is know what kind of stage I'm dealing with here. Meaning, here's Bob Dole, the thing I made, but here's where the overlay ends. That orange line, whenever I'm in the final video, whenever I have to move, the resolution doesn't fill up 1920 by 1080. So I have to keep everything over to the left of this orange line. And that was me tracing that. This was me getting a rough idea on what I needed here. Yeah, I mean, this was pretty much exact. I don't know why that was moved over, but... And then we'll keep that image here. So we can test what it looks like against the graphics of the game. But first thing I'm going to do is make a... I don't want this to be unsettling, but I'm making a background so I know where I'm working and what I'm doing. But we see, we have blue and red, so we probably should do a green kind of thing here. Something like that. Just so I'm not working against that picture and I'm not working against this checkerboard invisibility background. And then we got to get the aspect ratio of all these right. So the first one we'll make, I guess, is this one. I guess the aspect ratio is going to be like perfect, considering. I mean, that's gonna be pretty much it. But we want to bring this under here so we know what we're dealing with. Okay. So we need a classy red. We're not going to eyedrop that red. Something dull. You never want to go bright red. Like this. Oh, that's red, is it? Yeah, but no. Maybe something like that. Here's the Winston Cup Series red. So it's a little bit brighter than I want that to be. We'll keep this kind of dull. And then look at it here. I mean, that'll be good. And what I usually do is actually bring this above it, but then make this like transparent. Lock it so we never touch, so it never, come on. Lock it so it never moves again. And there we go. Yep, this is it. I'm usually listening to music doing this stuff. Yeah, it looks like that white doesn't reach all the way to the top of the red. So whatever. And then we'll go blue. And I don't know what to do here because this is Talladega Super Speedway. It's kind of redundant to put Talladega, Alabama, Talladega Super, because we have to put the race title here because we don't have the logo here. Yeah, we have to. Like we can, we can do whatever we want, but yeah. So this will be a classy kind of blue. That's too. That contrast is ridiculous. So almost. Should we do this? No. Maybe something like that. That's good. You can see, like, I don't know if it picks up. You can see there's a little bit of. You can see the car there. That's because this isn't zoomed in perfectly. Now this is 100% how it's looking. Just a little thing in the program that always tricks me. Always makes me think I'm doing something wrong. So now we need this live thing. And we need a dull Need a dull, classy white for this now, too. Again, not that, but maybe that. And I'm being methodical here on picking these colors because I'll be eye dropping from these colors. I'm basically going to be copying this actual file, pasting it. We're making a copy of this entire file and then using these colors as the baseline for everything else. So we got to be on top of our game here. Now this font, I know what this font is. Sometimes when I'm having trouble with fonts, I have a friend who he is an animator for Archer on FX. And so just little things here and there I'll ask him for help on, especially identifying fonts, but I know what this font is. It's in the Futura font family. Pretty sure. We just have to find it. I'm not sure why these are all italics. And it looks like they stretch it out a little bit. Like that. Looks like it's a little bit smaller. The L is peaking there, but also you can't get tricked by just the graphics being bad on the video quality being bad. And that was what? Is this? That's black. It's definitely not blue. It's definitely black. So we'll grab this, and then I have a black, my go-to black color up there. And then we'll see if this font matches what's going on over here with the Talladega. It's definitely thinner. Or thinner, or the kerning's different. I mean, that's as good as we get. This is good. It's gonna be good. I think you need an extra space here, but with the comma. If I was doing an exact replication, I could change the kerning between these and get it right on the money. So that's done, and then we need Talladega Superspeedway, which is going to be the race title. But we need this to be bigger. It looks like it's going to be thinner as well. And what sucks is when I'm doing these, I don't know what the actual font size should be, because sometimes they have to scrunch things in here to fit it. The end of Super Speedway lines up pretty much exact, and then we have a problem here. So it seems like just like that space between the comma in Alabama, seems like they added some extra nonsense here. I'm not going to worry about that. So just don't tell anybody that we're doing that. Let's go up one more size. Yeah, there's nothing we can do that's not annoying to fix that. So whatever. But these whites, I'm gonna eye drop this white. There you go. And then I'm worried that these have like drop shadows on them or something. So you can see, not perfect. But we're in the ballpark with that font, absolutely. And there's actually There's actually a chance that this is just straight up a different one of the fonts. There's condensed, Futura condensed. That's almost a little too thin, but we'll see. Yeah, that's not lining up. We're gonna stick with this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this, justify it to the right. So anything I type here always lines up to this right. And then I can always stretch it out to the left now. Because we need, yeah, you know what I'm saying. And we'll keep this justified left, because anything we type, we'll just have to squeeze to fit away from the die-hard thing here. We're almost done. We need the pen tool here. It seems like this has like a little bit of like a bevel situation around it. And we know we need just a little bit of room here to show that red. And then while we're here, CBS logo. Which you think I'd have somewhere on my computer. But I'm just going to grab it this way. CBS logo. Oh, I do have it somewhere. Pretty sure. Man, ow, Is this a transparent background? Yes, it is. What are you doing to me? Save image. We probably could grab a vector logo if we were going for the gold, but whatever. And is that black? Is that red? Or does the red bleed into it? I think that's black. But let's not forget to match our consistent black we've been using up here. Changed it just a little bit. But I don't know. I might be changing this CBS logo color. Something like that, and then didn't I make this curve? Okay. And there you go. Looking good. We can get particular here, see if that's 100% centered. I'll do that later. And then, I guess, try to throw NASCAR Racing 2 in here. Here's the overlays I put on the side. I'm on that shirt kick right now, finding all those old cool shirts from the 90s. And it's unlimited, really. There's so many of them. Now, and we'll bring this in here. That'll do the job. One last check. Making sure we didn't forget anything. Yeah, that live. I might mess with that font. I just want to show you how this is done. I'm definitely going to go back and refine things. Spend time seeing if I can find a thicker, better looking font for So that's done. The titles, I'm gonna consider that done. And then over on the right, you see everything I'm doing. Did not qualify. I'll figure something out for that. Anal is analysis, which is going to be this. It's going to be blue. I won't go through this, but I'll have race analysis over here and probably the name of the track here or the race title if I have to squeeze it in there. And then our 4 things we use for the race analysis. So I'm not going to put you through that. We did that. We are gonna do the grid. This was like an analysis thing I was thinking about doing. Driver picture. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm just gonna copy all these fonts, make a black box, make it transparent a little bit so you can see through it, and then grab the driver heads, put them in a box, skew it. Done. Running orders, no. And then the going to commercial is just going to be what I just made up here, but with something that looks like this, but with the fonts that we're using and stuff. So anyway, that's all done. I'm not gonna. Just wanted to show you how I was doing this stuff, but we are going to now do the starting grid because we can have some fun with this in the video. So because. I'm looking forward to the AI. This is all just obviously blind. I don't know what exactly is going to come out of this AI engine. It should be interesting. So we want to get rid of that. And we want to bring the grid in here. And the grid's going to take up the entire screen. But I have plans on making the checker background and stuff. I'll make that and then have that fade away once, actual action on the track starts, depending on how long the qualifying lap is and everything. So yeah, top left, I would throw the NASCAR Racing 2 thing up there. Over on the right, where Ford is, maybe just put a funny sponsor or something. But again, they don't match these blue. They have all these different colors that they're using. Kind of pisses me off. So we're only going to do one of these. This isn't that tedious. I'll just have to go and do the race names, have them all set up, and everything. Now the tricky part's going to be matching 15 Dick, which seems like it's thicker. It's definitely smaller. We're going to center that because these are all going to have to be centered. So now I want to move this here, and then it's going to expand from the center. I said it's going to expand from the center. See, I don't know. It might be a little, font might be too big. Ones always suck too, because the kerning between the numbers. Seems like everything gets thrown off here because of the 1. So let's move that. See what I mean? So throwing that 1 in there just messes up this whole show because say you put a 3 here, those numbers are closer together. But you put a 1 and it wants to compensate with that, and you can always fix that by changing the tracking, kerning. But you have to do that for every time you put a 1 in, which I might, it might do it. If I get a consistent number there that I enjoy. So that'll be something like that. And now I want to test to see if it seems like that 15 Dick is bigger than Eyes have the same problem with the kerning situation or tracking, whatever. I'm trying to see if that dick is the same size as Trickle. It is. It's to the point where it's trivial if it is. If it isn't, if it's a touch smaller. But so that's how that looks. No, I might class up this blue, make it more of like their baby blue that they're doing. At least for the at least for the starting grid, because you're staring at this blue for, I don't know, a minute and a half or something. So they did more of like a baby blue here. Maybe something like that instead. I don't know. Anything's possible. So forget that. Now we'll get to the fun stuff. We need headshots. I have a bunch right now. We'll change this height, and don't worry about it. I'll make sure that this blue down here is centered with this headshot. I'm not going to worry about that right now. But I have a bunch of headshots here. I have, just from some old files I have to throw these into a background eliminator, get rid of the black, not a big deal. But some I couldn't find, even online, so I've had to grab them from the menus. We're going to make a new Steve Boobs. This is going to be Steve Boobs from another AI art thing. But we're getting rid of that. We saw Bob Dole. This was John Smith. It's just creepy as hell. But we're going to make all new ones. This was Axel Richardson. Here's Janet Reno. And I guess the AI, because I put blue and orange because that was her color. And I guess the AI, she was the attorney general, and they see the word general. So whenever I put Janet Reno NASCAR driver, they decided to give her like medals and stuff. Just funny how that works. And then Bob Dole was just NASCAR driver, and then you see Bob Dole star for president and stuff. And they really have to, they go out of their way to not make anything, for the most part, legible in those, and they try to avoid copyright stuff. So that's it. So 34 items. So we need 6. Why would we need 6? Or we need 5, which will be Axel Richardson, John Smith, Steve Boobs is 3, Andre the Giant is 4, and then a new, I guess we'll just make it up on the fly right now, who's going to be our 5th driver. So let's make, you can't put boobs in here because it shuts it down. I have to like sign up for something if I want obscene language or something in the prompt. So Steve Boobs is driving Chipotle. So Chipotle, NASCAR, fire suit, hat, and I'm trying to think of what Steve Boobs looks like. We'll just say he looks like Ben Affleck. So, and then we'll see. We'll generate 6 of them. And this can be fickle sometimes. I had some. There's a lot of options here. Right now, this is going to be concept art. There you go. So that's Ben Affleck, I guess. No Chipotle logo. Again, they just try to avoid Chipotle branding and stuff. I guess that's him. Is this him right here? So we can we won't do Ben Affleck. We'll do oh man, I don't know who's I don't know. Oh come on, think. Oh man. Yeah, let's just use. I can't think. Let's just use Ben Affleck. Open image in new tab. That'll be big. That'll be big enough for our driver head. And I guess this is Chipotle. So Steve Boobs is done. But then we need his wife that is in the pits. So, who's she gonna look like? How about Hillary Duff? No, for no reason. That's just the first name that popped in my head. Oh man. Hey. Look, it tried to grab the pepper logo here. That's her. That's a babe. I have to save as download one. There you go. So that's Claudette. Claudette's done. We got Steve Boobs there. Different hats, whatever. That's not important. So next, what we got to do? We got to do John Smith, which is like green and teal. I don't want to put Papyrus in there. But we want him to have a hat. Maybe give him a beard. And then who's the inspiration for him? Mahershala Ali. Mahersh, I forgot. I think that's how you spell it. Oh man, look at that. But see, no, not green and teal. We need black and teal. I think we might have wasted some good Mahershala Ali. Do it again, but you can change all these too. Concept art. How about casual photo? Because we just did Steve and Claudette are cartoon. Oh man, Steve and Claudette are cartoon characters. We got to redo those. We need the fire suit. Man, that's creepy how they do that. But the problem with all AI generation are the hands. The AI just it can't figure out fingers yet. How to do fingers. All right, we're hitting a snag here with the black and teal. Change those words around, see if it makes a difference. All right, now we have more of a... But, like, okay, I tell you what, they're actually... That's so cool that they're probably grabbing from how Mahershala Ali dresses, which I guess is just, like, cool unbuttoned jackets and stuff, you know? So, we might just need... We might just need to put driver here to get rid of the jacket fashion situation. Okay, and that might be him right here, top left. That might just be a lock. That looks like him. Look at the. That'll be him. I don't know. This guy looks depressed too, but this will be him. And again, the fingers. Look at this. So this is him. This is John Smith. We got him. And then who else do we have to do? We got Steve Boobs. We need Axel Richardson. Which is blue, red, but they might do red, white, and blue and make it patriotic. And we'll just make him look like Adam Driver, I guess. Uh, See, they're grabbing. The red's too bright, so let's try dark blue, dark red. This is well, you can see the address up there, perchance.org. So we're going a little too dark. Oh. That might be it there. I wish I could put we should put sunglasses on him too. Oh, what happened here? This is it right here. His sunglasses got weird, but what are we gonna do? We're gonna spend 20 hours here? No. Save image as WebP file. Were all these WebP files or were these JPEGs? Yeah, I don't know why this is different, but I'll be able to open this, right? Yeah, that's all that matters. Oh, where are we at now? I'm avoiding Andre, but we need Steve Boot. We needed 5 of them, so Steve, we got 3 of them. So now we have Andre and then our 5th driver that we just have to come up with off the dome right here. So now we'll do Andre Giant, NASCAR fire suit hat, and no surprise. Well, I won't keep you in suspense. His sponsor is going to be Cialis. So we'll do green and yellow. Let's see what pops up here. This might be it right here. Okay, why did this start getting silly? Is it giant, and then they're saying that he's conflating that with like circus stuff? Andre the Giant. Forget yellow. Let's put green. But I don't get why we had all those cool hats coming up to this point. Now it's bizarre. Look at this. Look at these hats. I just put Andre Giant. Just Googling experience says not to put the word "the" in there, but maybe it wants the word "the" in there. Fast. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this hat is. What are we missing? What does this want? Maybe driver. There's the hand problem again. Metrosexual Andre right here. I don't know. Might just put Cialis in here and see what pops up. This one's good. I don't know though. Green Cialis. That might bring back a profane. Oh, this is it right here. We'll do this. That'll be him. And let's download 3. And then we need just a random human being here. We just need a random person to take up Janet Reno's spot. And I'm going to take a couple minutes and think about it. All right, so here we go. Have a, forgot, these ads are ridiculous. But let's, we're not going to use, we're going to use Mahershala Ali as a inspiration still. But we'll pick the third name that comes here. That's too long, but it can't be long. That's 1. That's 2. Joe Parrott. Sponsored by Lycos. That's perfect because of the late 90s. in the Johnny Benson car and everything. But I had my heart set on Angel Fire because I've been, just as a memento, because I've been on all these Angel Fire sites for NASCAR Racing 2 stuff. So Angel Fire is like blue and red. We don't want to put the word fire in here because I guarantee it's just going to be like flames everywhere. Let's see. Angel Fire. We don't need the name. What was his name? Roy Parrott? Joe Parrott. Okay, no fire. I thought it was going to mess us up here. Again, they're grabbing from all his cool jackets and stuff. So he's not going to work. Who doesn't dress cool? I mean, let's just go with Bubba Wallace, because it's definitely going to see all the fire suits here. Man. That almost looks too much like him. That if we put that in there, it'll be whatever. But I do want some minority representation here. Will Smith. We'll put Will Smith in here. Again, this might just be casual jackets. Wait a minute. What is this picture? That's so funny. If I, this picture's almost perfect if we have a blue and gold sponsor. But no, if I don't want to set my that picture's too good. I'm gonna have to come. I'll come up with a blue and orange sponsor, or blue and yellow sponsor for him. Not spam. IKEA maybe. The main thing is I want to work with the blue. Blue. I have a problem with blue with the template. The PCX files have a problem with blue, so it's going to force me to figure that out. So, but I'd love a blue hat here, or maybe have, I don't know. Anyway, we got it. We're saving that. That's going to be Joe Parrott. Done. So then what I'll do here is we're in the home stretch. Looks like this is like a brownish background on the pictures. I'll have to change the size of that, obviously, but definitely darker than what I had. It's going to be something like that. I'm going to add, looks like there's some shading back there. I'll throw that in there. But then this will be simple. I use this thing. I could always go into like a photo program and take out this background with whatever, but this this site does it just unbelievably well. I'm going to download. There's always an ad that pops up. It's like, hey, download the premium version. No thanks. So, these are going to be, well, the premium version. See, we got to go with this picture for Andre. It's so funny. But yeah, but that premium version, you can download like the high res version of it, but they give you the low res version. And all I do here is just drop it into this. Oh man. And then he's going to be number 46. See that kerning gets weird? I hate that. Because I have that set over there. That'll fix it. And this will be Andre. The Giant. This is actually looking good. I'll have to scrunch this. If this is Dallenbach. Oh, Dallenbach's gonna fit. That's not exactly centered on that blue. I'll fix that. But Dallenbach's the longest name, and that's gonna fit without scrunching the text. Earnhardt's always a tight fit too, but that's fine. This is the Giant. And I don't have his car done yet, but what I want to do is go test how we're gonna do this, because the car menu in game has pretty much close to this angle, but I would have to go into NR 2003, go to free camera, find the exact pit road angle, and then drop the cars on it, and then have to worry about the shading of it and everything. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is something different. So I'm saving that. I am recording right now. Well, this is going to be like almost an hour, whatever. And I'm going to go to, where do I want to go? Talladega. We'll go to Talladega. We're basically going to get like a speed shot on the track. And we got to do it in practice, because if we do it during the race, there might be other cars in the shot. And yeah, Steve Boobs should be on the grid here. There he is. So then I got to make, I don't know what we're going to do with Joe Parrott. But here's Steve. And then I'll catch you on the flip side when he starts making moves on the track. I'm going to sit here and see when he leaves. And then we're going to jump in the replay and find there's a certain speed shot in like turns 1 or 2 that'll give us a good look, good angle of the car and everything. That's what we want. I'm going to have to do this with it for every car. So, all right, Steven Boobs has been on the track for a while, I believe. Let's go find him. This just looks crisper. I don't know why. I can't figure it out, but it looks so much better after I change some settings somewhere. All right, there's Steve. We'll take us all the way to the end, but then reverse it, because there's just a tight shot somewhere. Something better than that. Almost like it would be. He hasn't been on the track for a while, so I'm. Hang on. I want to see when they're on. I want to see when they're on the track if there's a better shot, because he's like down on the apron. Yeah, I mean it would be almost this. I would. The good thing is this is tight. It's going to be about right here, and we don't have. I'm going to screenshot that. We don't have. I'm going to see how tight this is, because I won't have to worry about other cars around them. They just can't be above and below them. I'd be able to grab these from here. The good thing is I can set, now that I have like almost unlimited, I think I have unlimited replay space now. I can just let this practice run for 15 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever. And this actually wouldn't take that long. Just the only tedious part would be keeping track of all the cars that I've done so far. So that's a good speed shot. Now we'll go throw that Mark Martin one in there and see how that's going to look. I think it's going to look fine. For now, I don't want to mess with that. I'll have to do. I'm going to be doing this all over again just to make sure everything's all centered and good. But for now, I just want to get this Mark Martin car in here and see what it's going to look like. Yeah, that'll be doable, man. We'll see. You'll be able to see all the cars, and then I can always copy. I can always copy and paste this from the other thing. I'm getting rid of all this so we can see what this is going to look like. Probably have to put like. It's just hard. That contrast is hard against the actual race in the background. So probably add like a glow to this. A black glow. And then you got to change the mode it's in or whatever. Something like that. Change the opacity a little bit so it stands out just enough that it's not annoying. We could go all in if we want. Something subtle like that. And that's it. We got all the cars. We got everything here. I got all the driver heads. I have to throw some of those into that background eliminator thing and whatnot. But yeah, that's how I'm going about doing this. So I'm going to put on some jams, get this done. And I'm recording this Thursday night, 9:30. And if this goes fast, probably have Saturday morning, we'll be starting the second half of the season. Because I still got to download, I still got to find midis for all the second half races. And I got to make the CBS like intro video, which is like 20 seconds long before it like transitions into the thing. But that's it for this. That's how I make this stuff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the views and comments and subscriptions, everything, the likes. These NASCAR Racing 2 videos are getting more views than the other stuff. People just like these retro games. But all right, hey, thanks for watching.